Hey folks, in today's video, I'm going to show you the HDMI 3 to 1 switch. Now what does 3 to 1 mean? It means you're going to have 3 HDMI inputs in one switch. So let's check it out and find out more. Here it is, the HDMI 3 in 1 or 3 to 1 switch. And as you can see here, there's input 1, input 2, and input 3. And just below the inputs, there is a select button that you can press to switch between inputs. If I select the input, there you go, it switches the inputs to 1. 2 is going to be empty because there's no device connected to HDMI input 2, so that's going to skip and it's going to go directly to 3, like so. Okay, at the side over here, there is a remote. Now this particular socket is for the remote. Okay, as you can see, this thing here, it comes with a, that's for the infrared remote control. This is the remote control to switch, so in case you are far from the TV, maybe around 10 feet away from the line of sight, this needs line of sight. This would be a line of sight for this remote. Okay, so it has to be available. It can't be hidden somewhere, you know, where your remote can't access it. So look at this. If I know it's currently in input 3, input 2 is empty, so it won't do anything. If I press on it, nothing at all. What's going to happen now, input 3 is going to go to input 1 when I press 1, and you'll see the blue light move all the way to the top when I press it. Look at that. There you go. Like I said, it has to be line of sight, otherwise it won't recognize it. And let's go back to 3, and I have to put it directly here where this device is. And there you go. So that's the remote for this. Just call it 3-port amplifier selector remote control. Now, this is your TV. What you need to do is, I'm using a Samsung television with a remote, and I click on source. When you click on source, it's currently on extension. There's nothing connected to extension, but these are HDMI. That's the HDMI. So when I move it, select it to HDMI, what you'll see is it's currently on source number 3, which is input number 3, and that's the Chromecast. There are 2 devices connected to it. There's a Chromecast and this is the Chromecast. This is the Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick. So at the moment it's on 3, input 3. This is showing as Chromecast. Okay. Now if I use the remote control, now because, right, so source, that's all you gotta do. It has to be an HDMI. If you want to go to the next one, say for example you want to connect to the Fire Stick instead of the Chromecast, and you want to switch to the Fire Stick, don't change anything on your TV. Don't have to change the source on your television, okay? Just keep it as HDMI. Just let it be. This little box here, HDMI 3 to 1 switch, will do everything for you as long as you have devices connected to it, okay? So now, using this remote control, say for example, I'm a little far from my television, I can just use it conveniently to switch to my Fire Stick from my Chromecast, okay? So now that's on input number 1. So I'll press input number 1 and it should switch. As you can see, the screen will switch when I press 1. Like so, okay? See, like I said, it's switching. The screen is switched and it's going to go straight to the Fire Stick. Now the Fire Stick, of course, has to be on. I'm going to press this using the Fire Stick remote. That's when it's going to turn itself on. Okay, so that's the Fire Stick. And now it's on input 1. I want to switch it to input 3, which is Chromecast. And I line of sight again. There you go, number 3. Look at the blue light changing to 3. That's the Chromecast, correct? I want to move it back to the Fire Stick. I press 1. So line of sight again for this remote, and it moves to 1, which is the Fire Stick. And that's how you connect it. And like I said, it also has, this is the power source. This is the HDMI that connects to your television at the back of your TV. This is the remote source, the remote control, as in the infrared receiver, which is this wire that connects here. And of course, this is your remote. Okay, so it's a fantastic gadget. If you're running short of HDMI ports at the back of your TV, all you gotta do is just buy this 3-in-1 switch. It'll do everything for you. You can connect a PlayStation as well, maybe in the middle over here. Okay, and you can have your Chromecast or and your Fire Stick. So 3 different devices, and This connects to one device at the back, and it runs on your power supply. It's a USB at the back. Okay, so this goes to your USB. So what you can do is, if your television has a spare USB port, you can also connect this directly to your USB. But I prefer connecting it to a power source using a USB adapter. Okay, so fantastic gadget. It's available on Amazon for a price I'll mention on the screen. I need to check it out, the price for this, but you'll see it up on the screen. It's, like I said, it's worth the price, it's worth the money, and I always enjoy using this because it's convenient. For convenience sake, you don't have to go around switching, removing your each device or your HDMI cables and all that. It's just going to be a mess, but using this is a fantastic. If you had to rate it out of 5 as far as performance goes, I've been using for the last 3 years now, but as far as performance goes, it's a 5 out of 5. No issues whatsoever, no break in connection, or your screen just doesn't all of a sudden just switch off and come back on with this adapter, because that's what I thought would happen. I thought, a device like this, what happens if the screen, I'm playing a game, maybe my PS4, and all of a sudden it just blanks out, or if I'm watching Netflix, and all of a sudden, because I'm connected to this free switch, all of a sudden it just blanks out and comes back on. That doesn't happen. It's a continuous display. Okay, fantastic product, and I would vouch for it. Alright, so that was one review of the HDMI 3 to 1 adapter switch. If you enjoyed the review, please leave a comment below, as well as please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Until next time, you take care, and I hope to speak to you next in my next review video. Bye for now. Ciao.